Okay, so on this question, let me again put our wall of separation in place. That, okay. And we're trying to solve this thing for x. So you know what we do with parentheses first is we distribute through the parentheses and multiply. So that 2 times the x is going to be 2x. And then the 2 times the negative 10 will be minus 20. And the parentheses are gone, right? That's, we drop the parentheses and then the, you know, like dropping the wall of a floodgate and the water rushes in. Okay. Okay, so we get to here. Now these two, we're going to combine, huh? Because they're just numbers. You can just use your calculator or you can do it by hand. Think about, remember when you're adding and subtracting, I always just think about money, not for multiplying or dividing, right? For multiplying or dividing, two negatives make a positive, don't they? If you're multiplying, if I was over here multiplying -2 times -5 or whatever, that'd be positive 10. Or if I was doing, you know, -20 over -2 dividing, that'd be positive 10, wouldn't it? Two negatives make a positive when you're multiplying or dividing. But here, these two negatives, these are just adding, subtracting. And so in that case, just think about money. So what if it's a little different, right? You don't say two negatives make a positive. For adding, subtracting, you're just combining. Think how you would combine money. If I lost $20 in the morning and then I lost $2 in the afternoon, how's my bank account going that day? You know, right? I'm down $22, right? So notice the two negatives did not make a positive when you add, subtract, but they do when you multiply or divide. So for adding, subtracting, just think about money. For multiplying, dividing, remember two negatives make a positive. And just you can just do your calculator for all this stuff. Okay. So now we get to here. Now we're trying to solve for x. What do you do when you have x? Notice right here and here. X on opposite sides. So what do? I've had this a few times. When you have x on opposite sides, let me go over here and make it clear. When you have x on opposite sides, basically you do the opposite of either one, comma, and that's a funny looking S there. Same to both sides. We always have to do the same thing to both sides. So what I'm saying is you basically want to get rid of one of them. The name of it, when you have x's on opposite sides like this, you don't want that. You don't want x's on opposite sides. You want to get rid of one of them because you don't want them on both sides. So how do you do it? So I could come in here and I could go -2x minus 2x. Why? Because that would cancel this one out, wouldn't it? That's the opposite of the regular 2x is a -2x. Now, or I just want to show you can do either way. That would work great. That would work totally fine. Or you could say, no, I'm just going to do the opposite of the 23x. Because I know some people feel like you have to do the lower one. It's not true. So let me go ahead and purposely do the higher one. It'll work either way. It doesn't matter. It'll work either way. So does everybody see what I'm doing? I'm going to cancel this one. Now, I could have done the -2x on both sides, and that would have canceled out that one. It doesn't matter. It'll work. Just get rid of one of them. It doesn't matter which one. Just get rid of one of them. Okay, now what's going to happen? You might be disturbed because, well, that's going to be negative. Yeah, that's fine. You're right. You're totally right. Think about money, right? We're adding, subtracting here. Think about money. If I gain $2, right? It's a +2. There's no sign in front, so it's a +2. And later I lose $23. My bank account is what? Down $21. Just use your calculator if you want to. There. Actually, let me change it to blue. So clear. Okay. -22 equals. So these are gone, and then just bring down the -148. Okay. Now back to business as usual. X is saying what he's always saying. I want to be alone. So okay, we're going to get rid of this. The opposite. Remember, look at this. We're just always doing opposite on me. Opposite, opposite, opposite. Get X alone. Always do the opposite. Those cancel. Bring this down. -21x equals. Do these on your calculator. It'll come out -126. Okay, and what is always? what is always the last step? It is divide by the identical number next to x, right? Next to x. Exactly what's next to x. Same number, same everything, just divide by it. So I will now do that. So I'm going to divide by -21. Divide by -21. It cancels this out, right? So you divide by exactly what's next to x. Same sign, same everything. So if this had been a +21 next to x, I would divide by +21. If it's a -21, you divide by -20. And so x equals, and that's +6, because two negatives there, when you multiply or divide two negatives, it does become positive. +6. So that works fine. That gets x alone. So again, the key step is whenever you have x on opposite sides, just do the opposite of either one. It doesn't matter. Just get rid of one of them. It doesn't matter which one. So I did the opposite of the 23x by doing -23x, but you got to do the same thing to both sides, of course. We could have done -2x to both sides. That would have worked just as well and would have given us the same exact answer. It'll work either way. There we go.